Like I'm saying, when you watch a Knicks game, you got to watch the whole thing. So back to Sunday, making a comeback, down by 4 in the fourth. Karl-Anthony Towns for 3. Yes! Knicks down 1. Next Knicks possession. Bridges inside, saying, nah, let's go to KAT. Throwing it down plus the foul. And the mean mug, yeah! Knicks up 2 after the free throw. How about Jalen Brunson, 5 fouls in the fourth, coming back in and getting clutch, getting the floater to go. Knicks up 2, 25 seconds to play. Miles Turner gets it, put it up, no. Josh Hart, rebound, seals the game. Incredible hustle play. Knicks come back yet again and win 106-100. Here's Mike Leaves with KAT earlier on Sportscenter.
KAT, you guys did this work during that run late, and then with Jalen Brunson with 5 fouls. What did you guys find during that run to be able to complete that comeback?
Just finding ways to score. I thought we did a great job of getting stops, made it difficult on them on the offensive end, play with some great pace, obviously hit some timely shots. So shout out to our team, just finding a way to win.
Look, I don't know how much you pay attention to chatter, but fans and media, like myself included, we were all talking and coming out of the game, too, about you not playing more minutes in the fourth quarter of that game. Tonight, you were the reason the Knicks won this game. For you to respond to that moment in Game 2, what was that like?
I mean, it's all about resiliency. And, when you get a chance to do what you do, try to seize the opportunity. Tonight was the opportunity I had in the fourth to help our team win. I'm glad I was able to do that.
Look, I want to ask you this, too. And look, I know professional athletes, some of the most confident people in the world. But considering how those first 2 games played out, KAT, and the fact that you were down 20 in this game at one point, where did you find that fortitude as a team to come back and complete that comeback and win this game, considering you knew if you lost, you were down 0-3?
I mean, I think the Detroit series, Boston series, we showed that this team never quits. And no matter what the deficit is, we're going to play to the final horn. And I think that tonight was another night where we get to show that New York grit that I talked about. We're a gritty team, and we're a team that's very unified in that locker room. So it's a testament to this whole team willing to sacrifice for one goal.
You are one of the more emotional players in the league, and I find it extremely entertaining. We always know how you were feeling, good or bad. Some extra emotional motivation behind you today because of the significance of this day being Dominican Mother's Day.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of, my mom's side of the family. Everyone was hitting me up telling me they were going to be watching the game with my aunts. And, it just meant a lot that I was able to play on a day like today. And obviously, I didn't know my mom was expecting a game like tonight, but I'm just happy that this team is able to get a win on her day. And shout out to all my Dominicanos out there.
Hey, she was proud of you when she was here. I know she's still proud of you now. Congratulations, tremendous effort.
I appreciate that a lot.
You got Game 4 coming back in a couple of days. KAT, appreciate the time.
I appreciate you. For real, thank you for that. For real.
Karl-Anthony Towns came up clutch down the stretch for the Knicks, scoring 20 points in the fourth quarter on 67% shooting. But that wasn't KAT's only contribution in Game 3. The Pacers scored just 7 points and missed 11 of 14 field goal attempts, with Towns as their primary defender.
Thought they were about to get run out of the building. They composed themselves, cut it to 13 at the half. Then they outscored. They only outscored them by 3 in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter they took over, outscored them by 16 points, gave up 36 points. Something Indiana doesn't do a whole lot of is give up a big quarter like that. But the Knicks needed it. Karl-Anthony Towns was sensational, 24 points, 15 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the 3-point line, 5th all time. With 2010 playoff games for the Knicks, KAT had as many points in the fourth quarter as the Pacers. He got going, and when he got it going, it was no stopping. Or I meant to say he got it going in the fourth quarter, not the third. But he did hit a couple of big buckets that got them going. Josh Hart, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. His first game coming off the bench because they started Mitchell Robinson. They went with a big lineup. Another 20-point comeback from the Knicks. The Knicks have the most 20-point comebacks, 3 in a single postseason since 1998. JR, I know you watched this game very, very closely, and it looked like the Pacers were in control, about to take a commanding lead, 3-0. Everything was going inside, outside. They were running, getting out in transition. Obviously, that's what they want to do, make or miss. They want to get out in transition. What did the Knicks do, or what didn't the Pacers do to cause the outcome to be what it became at the end of the game?
Well, personally, I think it was more about what the Pacers didn't do. Obviously, Towns made some big shots, in the fourth, but it just seemed like, towards the end of the second quarter, they took their foot off the gas and they came out in the second half and they didn't have the same energy. I mean, you look at the game, the building wasn't even as ignited as it was in the first half because the energy was low. So, the thing that I look at when I look at this game is what is the best players doing? Tyrese Halliburton, he has to take over the games, right? When you see your team struggling and you see that, the offense isn't flowing as well, I think he tends to take the back seat a little too much and like that. So he has to do a better job on saying, hey, this is my team. We need a moment here, and I got to be the reason why. And I thought that didn't happen today. I think he made a shot or two, but for the most part, the energy was low, and they didn't compete. When the Knicks did in the fourth.
I agree with you. Sometimes I do believe that Hallie he's not as aggressive as I need him to be. Now, he only had 6 assists. That's because the guys couldn't buy a basket. I mean, you look at the shot. Pascal was 50% from the floor. So was Miles Turner. But you look at Nesmith. He was 2 of 8, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. Miles Turner was 6 of 12 from the floor, but he's 1 for 6 from the 3. Nemhard was 0 of 3 from the 3. Hadley was 2 of 6 from the 3. And so when you go 5 of 25 from the three-point line, that's a recipe for disaster. And when the team gets it going, hopefully we can get some of this in the Western Conference, and all of them won't be blowouts, 20 points and 40-point blowouts. But I thought the Knicks, that second quarter, the end of the second quarter, that last 3 minutes, Jermaine, I thought that was big for them because they could have went the other way. Instead of being down 13, they could have been down 33. And now maybe we're having a different discussion. But give those guys credit. You're on the road. You're in a hostile environment. You've already lost 2 home games. They banded together. They believed in themselves, and they made plays when they absolutely had to make plays. And Jalen Brunson is going to have his hand all over it. He's going to find a way to get to the free throw line. That's just the way he is. And I would have wished they probably should have employed the Hacker Robinson earlier. I foul him once I see the momentum start to slipping. Yeah. No, you got to go to the free throw line and make those shots. Ocho, you watching this game and you see the Knicks come back from 20 points down and win this ball game. What did you like about the Knicks' resilience on the road?
Listen, I like the fact that they kept fighting. I like the fact that they kept fighting.